Another parable he places before them, saying, I like that. Another parable he, Yeshua, Jesus, places before them, saying, the kingdom of the heavens is like a kernel of mustard, which when a human is getting, sows in his field. Now, again, the kingdom of the heavens is like a mustard seed, which when a human gets and sows in his field, it's indeed the smallest of all the seeds. Yet, whenever it may be being grown, it is the greatest of the greens and is becoming a tree, so that the flying creatures of the heaven come to it and are roosting among its boughs. This parable is about comparing the kingdom of the heavens as a seed, the smallest of all seeds, and a man, male man, female man, a child of Adam, that would be us, planting this seed in his field. In the beginning, Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, Elohim created. In the beginning, Elohim created. Elohim, interesting word because it's a plural word in the Hebrew, and yet it's treated as singular. Plural, yet singular. Father, Son, and the Spirit being one. And from a tiny, tiny particle, the smallest of all seeds, that the Father himself engineered with wisdom and gathered all the angels around and said, watch this. Grow. The kingdom of the heavens is like the smallest seed that when a man finds and plants it in his field becomes a tree. In the very first psalm, let's go there. Let's go to Psalm 1:1. Happy is the man who does not go in the counsel of the wicked ones, and in the pathway of the sin-filled ones he does not stand, and in the seat of the ones mocking he does not sit, but rather in the teaching, the law of Yahovah is his delight. And in his law he is meditating day and night. And he, the man who delights, becomes as a tree being transplanted beside the rivers of water, which he's giving his fruit in his season. And his leaf, it is not decaying, and all that he is doing shall prosper. This seed, let's go back to Matthew 13. I think it's 13:13. No, it's not. Here it is. Matthew 32. (31). Another parable he places before them. The kingdom of heavens is like a kernel of mustard seed, which getting a human sows in his field, which is indeed smaller of all the seeds. Yet, whenever it may be being grown, is the greatest of all the greens, and is becoming a tree, so that the flying creatures of the heaven will be coming and will be roosting in the boughs of it. It's interesting that Big Daddy describes the kingdom of the heavens as the smallest of all seeds. Just like the one that he engineered and spoke into existence, the universe as we know it. His garden. It's big to us, but it's just a garden to him. And that same tiny particle that he formed to grow the universe out of is the tiniest of all particles, yet even to be discovered by man. The tiniest digitized particle of all particles, wherein was contained all that there is. That's what he compares the kingdom of the heavens to be like. Now, why is that? To hear our Father's still small voice, we must make ourselves still and very small. His still small voice is a reflection of the particle compared to the kingdom of the heavens. This tiny particle. The Father gave away everything that was of value to him. He gave away all of his authority in the heavenly realm, the fully dimensional space beyond time and matter, and all of his authority within the garden we call the universe. He gave all that away to his son, Yeshua, the Messiah, the King. He made himself small. Yeshua did the same thing. He said, could I not call 12 legions of angels to come down and help me, to deliver me? And yet, he didn't do that. He made himself small, even unto death. The Spirit of the Father only says that which he hears. He has denied himself to only say what he hears the Father say. This smallest of all seeds is compared to the kingdom of the heavens. And when a human, a male man or a female man, finds and plants that tiny seed in their field, the field of their heart, it grows and becomes, huge, like a tree having been transplanted. Interesting in that first psalm. He or she will be like a tree having been transplanted, picked up, unrooted from where they were, and moved and planted by the rivers of the water of life itself. This is just a tiny, tiny, tiny part of the well message of the kingdom that will be publicly proclaimed in all the earth right before the Messiah the King makes his re-entrance. Love you guys.